Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The United States of America and other countries cry that Russia said will deploy nuclear weapons in Belarus. And this is like a rapist, how should I put it, a repeated offender cries seeing someone else about to do the same thing they did it many times, which is fine. Yeah, you can say, hey, that guy's about to commit that crime, but he didn't commit it yet, so zip it. But then you committed the same crime many times before. But you say, hey, that's not a crime. Then how is that person's action a crime? Well, you see, that's hypocrisy and justice for you. So I have this little article coming from the evil Russians telling us where the United States of America has nuclear weapons deployed. So we're going to find out that, okay, Russia will deploy nuclear weapons in one country outside of its territory. Well, let's find out in how many countries does the United States of America have deployed, okay? I mean, it's only fair. I mean, if I see someone raping, many times, I would like to know, okay, bam, and then you say all that, and then the accusations and all that, conviction, and then jail time for that perpetrator, right? Suspect, correct? Correct. Do you have the authority? No. But let's see, at least for the sake of knowledge. So we have this article, as I said, from the evil Sputnik, from the Russians. And don't get me wrong, I don't give if these guys deploy nuclear weapons in other countries with the consent of those weasel countries. That's between them. What I don't like is when I do that and if someone else does it a fraction of what I'm doing, oh my God, not good. This is what I have a problem with, okay? So they can, if the United States wants to deploy it in a country and that country is okay with, good for you. But don't blame the other ones for doing something illegal. Oh my God, everything is wrong, is going to explode right now because those guys are doing it. I mean, even explaining this to a toddler makes sense. So where are US nuclear weapons located? The US has dozens of nukes at military bases across Europe, in line with NATO's so-called nuclear sharing program. Since their inception during the World War II, nuclear weapons have become a critical component of US military power. Washington has an estimated stockpile of about 3,800 nuclear warheads deployed on intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, submarines, and strategic bombers. But where are these weapons located? Where are nukes located in the US? So it says here that, for example, the US Air Force B-2 Spirit stealth bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons are reportedly based at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. Okay, so that's one over there. In addition, the submarine-launched ballistic missiles Trident II D5 with W-76 and W-88 nuclear warheads are deployed on Ohio-class submarines, which are ostensibly stationed at Washington's State's Naval Base, Kitsap, and Kings Bay Naval Submarine Base in Georgia. Other locations reportedly include Montana, Nevada, Colorado and Wyoming, North Dakota, Texas, Louisiana. According to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, approximately 1,700 warheads are currently deployed on ballistic missiles and strategic bombers in the US, while the remaining 2,000 warheads are in storage as a so-called hedge against technical or geopolitical surprises. Where are American nukes in Europe? So the US deploys nuclear warheads in Europe and beyond as part of NATO's deterrence strategy. So they have it. Good for you. The exact number and location of these weapons are also classified, but it is believed that about 100 B-61 bombs are stored in 5 NATO member states, including Belgium, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and Turkey. In Germany, for example, the Buchel air base is believed to house around 20 B-61 bombs, while the Netherlands is thought to store between 10 and 20 B-61 bombs at the Folcal Air Base. The Italian Air Force is assigned approximately 40 such bombs, which are deployed at the Aviano and Gedi air bases. In Belgium, a total of 20 B-61 bombs are reportedly stationed, and these weapons are part of NATO's so-called nuclear sharing, that those guys can even look at them, arrangement, where non-nuclear weapon states such as Germany participate in nuclear planning and training with the US. Yeah, this is like a dry, if you know what I mean. Nothing happens. Okay, with Poland, will Poland host US nuclear weapons? No, not now, but they want it. See, Duda told. Let's see what Duda says. We have spoken with American leaders about whether the United States is considering such a possibility. The issue is open, so they're open for it. So there's no problem here. I don't see any problems. If they want it, good for you. The White House, however, insisted back then that it had not received such a request, and I'm quoting, "We're not aware of this issue being raised and would refer you to the government of Poland." A White House official pointed out, Poland wants it, and we'll get it. What about a US nukes located outside Europe? As for Turkey, the country continues to host approximately 50 US tactical nuclear weapons at its Incirlik air base. Canada hosted, US hosted in the past tense, uses Canada hosted US nukes under the control of the North American Airspace Defense Command, NORAD, rather than NATO until 1984 and Greece until 2001. I guarantee you the Canadians have not seen these things. Only in pictures, like I do. All right, the UK also received US tactical nuclear weapons such as artillery and Lance missiles until 1992, even though Britain is a nuclear weapon state in its own right. On top of that, the US deployed its tactical nuclear weapons in South Korea from 1958 to 1991 during the Cold War. The South Korean-based nuclear arsenal peaked at an all-time high of approximately 950 warheads. Oh, my little woodchuck from North Korea. You were in trouble, but you were a baby then. I don't think you were alive, were you? I think you were. You're over 30, aren't you? All right, he is, I think. So, approximately 950 warheads in 1967. Since the 1991 withdrawal of American nukes from the East Asian nation, the US has protected Seoul under a nuclear umbrella and, quote, using strategic bombers and submarines based elsewhere. Oh yeah, okay. So, if you don't know, now you know. And I didn't know, now I know. And we both know. If you knew that, good for you. Now, we have all that from the weasels, the Russians, which, as I said, it's a convention, an agreement between two sovereign countries, which I'm okay with that. The problem is, if I do it, anyone else is allowed to do it. Otherwise, I will be a hypocrite. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.